Now it's time for us to give you an update on your weather here in Thebes.
Thanks, Jean. It's a great day to go out and enjoy the Thebian Zoo grand opening. It's going to be a high of 74 today, and partly cloudy, but your kids will still need some sunscreen if you're going out to the zoo. Tomorrow we're going to have a 65% chance of rain, but for the rest of the week should brighten right back up. Back to you, Jean.
Thanks, Sarah. Now we'll take you live to the Thebian Zoo grand opening, where we have Carissa reporting.
Thanks, Jean. There are lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! But I think that rain came a little early. There are still many families braving the weather and coming out and enjoying all the many exhibits. There are exotic animals and plenty of wildlife animals out here. It's so good that Thebes finally got their own zoo. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Carissa. Looks like a fun day for everyone.
Now it's time for the results of the water polo tournament.
Well, looks like we have some breaking news for you. There's been a death at the palace. There aren't details yet, but luckily we have Carissa there on the scene, so we'll go live there now.
Thanks, Jean. We're not exactly sure what happened today, but details are unraveling fast. I'm on the scene with the main servant of the palace, who was an eyewitness to today's events. When did this all play out?
We found her about an hour ago.
Who's her?
Queen Jocasta.
And how did you find her?
Well, we went to take her dinner, but the door was locked. King Oedipus came and kicked the door down.
And what did you see once he kicked it down?
I didn't have a very clear view of the room with Oedipus standing in the doorway, but I did catch a glimpse of what looked like Queen Jocasta suspended from the ceiling.
You heard it here, folks. Supposedly, Queen Jocasta committed suicide. Thank you for your time. We are now live with a palace physician who may be able to reveal a little information to us. We have just been hit with this alarming event. What can you tell us?
Well, most of the information is classified at this time, but I can try to answer your questions.
We've heard a rumor that Jocasta was found hanging in her room. Is this true?
Yes, she was found hanging from a noose that was suspended from the ceiling of her room.
Is there any evidence of foul play?
She died of asphyxiation, so right now we're thinking that it was a suicide, but the motivation is unclear, so we cannot disclose anything for sure at this time.
Thank you so much for your time and information. We are now on the scene with the palace guard, who may be able to give us a little more information of what happened today. Now that Jocasta is gone, will Oedipus and Creon rule the country as a duo?
No, Oedipus can no longer fulfill his duties as king.
And why is that?
Well, when he found Jocasta, Oedipus stabbed his eyes out with the pins of her clothing.
So Oedipus is now blind?
That, and he also fell victim to his own curse.
And what did he do after that?
Well, Creon banished him from Thebes.
Thank you for your time. You've heard it live. Our former king, Oedipus, is now blind, and Creon will now rule the country. We are on the scene, live with the messenger all the way from Corinth, who may be able to tell us why all of these tragic events played out today. What can you tell us?
I came from Corinth to deliver the news of the death of our king Polybus. I came to tell Oedipus that he was to be the new ruler of Corinth. However, he refused to return to the kingdom because of a prophecy that said he would kill his father and marry his mother. But I told him that he had nothing to worry about with that prophecy because he was not the biological son of Polybus.
Then who is Oedipus's biological father?
Oedipus is actually the son of Laius.
So, there's been word of a curse. Can you elaborate?
The god Apollo declared that the one who killed Laius would receive a deadly curse.
But what does that have anything to do with Oedipus?
Oedipus was actually the one that killed Laius, so he received the deadly curse. This also fulfilled the prophecy that said he would kill his father, although he didn't know it at the time.
But did the prophecy said that Oedipus would marry his mother?
Yes, after Oedipus killed Laius, he became the new ruler of Thebes and married the widow Jocasta, who was actually his mother.
Was there any way that all of this could have been prevented?
I believe that our choices play a large role in our good fortune or destruction. Each of us have free will to make our own decisions. However, some things are just best to be left to fate.
Thank you so much. This is all we have right now. Once the updates come to us, we'll give them to you. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Carissa. Carissa will stay on the scene as the updates keep rolling in. We'll get them to you.
Thank you for tuning in. Good night to all of you from all of us here at Thebian News Now.